Welcome
Where's
back to.
Where's my flag?
Yeah, you lost your flag. Welcome back to Basement Movie Room. So this time we're back with a review of Our Flag Means Death, the first season, which is a show on HBO Max starring Taika Waititi, which is always something I'm going to watch, and oh god, I can't remember his name right now. The main character, Stede Bonnet.
Stede Bonnet.
Who also was in Flight of the Conchords as Murray. And, Rhys Darby. There it is. You brought it up for me. Also starring Christian Narn from Game of Thrones, who was Hodor in Game of Thrones. And probably a couple of other actors you'll recognize. Ewan Bremmer. Who from Trainspotting.
One to remember.
He's fantastic in his buttons. And you also get a number of other characters you're going to recognize from other things. Yeah. So, Our Flag Means Death follows Stede Bonnet's, Rhys Darby's character, Stede Bonnet, as he has decided to become a pirate. He is basically a blue blood. He inherited a lot of money from his family estate. He was married, had kids, but decided to leave his family to become a pirate, much to the chagrin of his wife and kids. So
that was kind of a arranged marriage.
Yeah, it was an arranged marriage. So they didn't really love each other.
No.
So Stede leaves, becomes a pirate. He hires a bunch of pirates. He is very unpirately, is what I would say. He's paying them all the time. He's got a library in his boat. He dresses fancy. He calls himself the gentleman pirate. Mm-hmm. And granted, I did look this up, and Stede Bonnet's a real guy in real life, as is Blackbeard, of course, who appears later in the show, played by Taika. But he is incompetent as a pirate, and his whole crew is like, he's a terrible pirate, but he does pay us. They kind of think about mutiny, but they don't know it's mutiny. So they...
Because he's so nice to
Yeah, he's so nice. And he's like a super nice guy. He's not really making them work that hard.
And they're all idiots, too.
Yeah. So. Black Pete and Buttons and the One Day and
Buttons is
the one guy,
the best.
The black guy, I can't remember. Frenchie. I love Frenchie. Yeah. Frenchie's like one of my favorite characters. And the Swede,
they're all
played by Nat Faxon.
They're all
the
good
Swede,
characters.
So good. All very good characters. So they're just out there doing the worst as pirates. The only pirating thing they do in the show before you meet Blackbeard is that they take over a little dinghy and steal a plant from them.
Yeah.
And Stede also has this main guy, and I can't remember his name. What is it? I'm looking at this. I don't know that he's listed in there.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Lucius.
Like his first mate, Lucius.
Yeah,
That's Lucius. It. Lucius is him. Oh, Nathan Fode. Yeah, Nathan Fode. So his first mate is the only smart pirate, so he can write, and he's supposed to take down all these adventures. Yeah. And he's writing everything very fancy, making it seem better than it is. So Stede ends up being hunted by the British ships and the Spanish. Mm-hmm. So the British ultimately come upon him, and it's somebody who knows Stede, somebody who went to school with, grew up with him,
and bullied him.
And I don't remember this guy's name, but you recognize him. He's a character actor that you recognize. And Stede accidentally kills him. Yeah. So he gets kind of a reputation, and this guy ends up being a twin brother. So there's another admiral, or not admiral, I guess. Maybe he's an admiral. I can't remember. Yeah. Coming after Stede, and Stede ends up getting captured by the Spanish as well, and that's where Blackbeard, Taika's character, comes in to rescue Stede. And Blackbeard and Stede all of a sudden have this great relationship that Izzy Hands, who's played by Con O'Neill, I'm looking at it, I don't know this guy, but he was in the Batman. And was one of the weird voice commissioner types,
really,
you know.
Yeah, the Batman. Yeah, in the theaters, all these guys got weird.
Why do the main police have weird voices? But Izzy Hands has a very scratchy voice,
very distinct. Yeah.
And he's Blackbeard's first mate. And Izzy hates Stede But Blackbeard has like this weird connection with Steed, where he's like drawn to him, and Steed loves Blackbeard, and Blackbeard loves Steed. And
this is older Blackbeard, where he's
he's kind of like bored.
He wants to get out of the game.
He's bored of being a pirate. And Taika is fantastic. Taika's so good, and Rhys Darby's fantastic as Steve Bonnet.
He does this one action when he's first introduced. He comes down on this rope and does this like little jump, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's great!" And it's like
Blackbeard's great.
What? It was simple.
Yeah.
My 10-year-old could do that
off
of a rope. And it's great. It's Taika humor.
Yeah, Taika's fantastic, and this is not a show that Taika like created. It's like a show that he's executive produced, and you can tell has a lot of input in the show. 100%. Clearly,
a lot of input. Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to go much more into the season. I mean, you kind of get the adventures of Steve Bonnet and Blackbeard together, and you have Leslie Jones playing a character, Fred Armisen playing a character. A number like Nacho Vigalondo directed a couple episodes of this series. Who, if you know Nacho, he directed the movie Time Crimes, which is a pretty significant cult film out there, which we're gonna watch. I'm definitely gonna make us watch that one because I haven't seen it either. But like, it seems like they got a lot of talent in to direct a lot of these episodes, including Taika. I think directed one or two of the episodes as well.
Yeah, a couple.
But overall. But like some of the characters all the characters are great, but Buttons stands out. His seagull friend.
He's pretty limited in his appearance.
But
when he shows up,
it's always crazy. It's
God.
crazy talk. Is what it is. It's freaking hilarious.
It's my favorite.
Thought there was an evil spirit. Ewan Bremmer, I love Ewan Bremmer. He's great as Spud in Train Spotting. Yeah, he's naked through a couple episodes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, the show is everything you would expect from a Taika Waititi series. Yeah. It's fantastic. And I read the other day it became the most in-demand show above Boba Fett.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But people are loving it.
Didn't think that. Yeah.
I think
it's corny, fun.
Yeah. It's silly, and
I guess lightly based.
Very loosely based on real life. Yeah, because Steve Bonnet was a real person. Blackbeard was a real person. Izzy Hands, I assume, was a real person.
I hope Buttons was.
I
think Buttons is in all of our lives.
Yeah. There's a Buttons in everybody's life.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a really fun show. The music is time appropriate. Like it's like sea shanties and things like that.
It kind of reminds me of the Xbox game.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
It's
very
much
type. It's very much like that.
Very, very similar.
Yeah. So I mean, everything's good. The cast is fantastic.
It's a good time. You get a couple episodes where it's kind of like, but what's a series that doesn't?
It's worth. It's short. It's like, what's it, 10 episodes? 30-minute episodes?
37 to 45-minute long episodes. Yeah.
And then maybe a little shorter.
Yeah.
So I mean, he gets a hearty recommend from me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And we're gonna rate it. Yeah, I'll let you go first. All right.
Oh man, this is tough for this type of TV show.
It is. It's tough.
Yeah. So it would almost be like a comedic, like, I can't put it with like The Office or anything. We were just talking about The Office. For this type of deal, I'm gonna go 4 right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Because I really liked it. Like, the last couple of episodes really kind of pumped it up for me.
But before Taika showed up, it kind of went.
Yeah, you were kind of low.
Yeah, I was like,
at that point.
Yeah, and then boom, it jumped up. So I'll probably be at a 4 or 5 if we went for that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So.
All right. So 4, 5, and 4. It's a definitely recommend.
Yeah. And season 2 has to have.
It's gonna.
I mean it. Yeah.
Unless Taika decides he doesn't want to do it, but I can't imagine that. So all right, we'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
A gentleman never arrives empty-handed.
I made tapas.
Tapas means little plates.
Yeah, I know about tapas.